going to show you guys how far I can push the boundaries, and I'm going to show you that the Korean government is not going to do anything to me.
Okay, I go. Whoa. What are you doing?
You said, what about the threat by RKI against the judge? He has that. So the judge already has that. The Somali conviction team separately submitted that.
Yo, listen up right now. We're diving straight into that Johnny Somali documentary that just dropped yesterday, the one by Alex Novel. But we ain't talking about the stuff everybody's already seen. Nah, we're getting into the real parts. The parts Johnny Somali's desperate to keep hidden.
He streamed his misdeeds across the world. He streamed them for everybody to see. And despite his attempts to delete videos and to scuttle them around, people have saved them and backed them up.
Let me make it crystal clear. Johnny Somali straight up hates this documentary, and he definitely didn't want certain parts showing up in it. I ain't just talking. I got receipts, solid proof, real evidence. In just a sec, I'ma show you DMs. Real screenshots between Alex Novell and Hank. And get this, Hank's out here messaging Alex, begging him like, yo, take these parts out.
I'm going to show you guys how far I can push the boundaries, and I'm going to show you that the Korean government is not going to do anything to me because I'm an American citizen, A. And B, the Korean legal system is not as strong as people think and perceive it to be.
Trying to get specific scenes removed from the documentary. But guess what? Alex wasn't having it. He left everything in. Now Johnny Somali's caught looking real messy with all his confessions blasted out for the world to see.
Yeah, Korea! Korea number one! Yeah! Korea number one! Korea! Korea number one! Call the police! What is the reason?
You are arrested.
For what?
Come on.
For, no.
No.
I have I'm Vigo, American.
I know.
I'm from America.
You arrested.
I don't care. Do it.
You arrested.
Do it then. Do it then. Call the police then. For what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Anonymous sent $5.
Okay, no problem. I'm fine.
You arrested.
The reason I did that was to show, like, look at how crazy I can go, and they will not put me in the cell. So don't get your hopes up. Like, I did that as almost a f you to the motherfuckers that cover me and my haters. You know what I mean? Like, that. Like, come get me. Like, I was screaming to people. I was drunk off my ass, but I was screaming to people, call the police, do it. Put me in a cell, like, do it. I'm waiting. Either put me in a cell or deport me. Like, let's get it over with.
And it's all about him ducking responsibility, trying to dodge accountability like always. Man, that's looking real bad. Like, embarrassingly bad. Johnny Somali was straight up calling out the South Korean government, daring them to come after him. He was literally out here saying, go ahead, lock me up. I know you won't do anything. Wild move, right? But turns out he figured out real quick that wasn't the smartest thing to say on camera. That's when he got Hank to hit up Alex Novell, trying to get that part erased from the documentary. I got the convo right here. Real talk, check this out. Hank said, thanks, bro, because yeah, I don't want all of a sudden my boss telling me you're fired. Johnny told him, please remove when he said Korean government is very weak because documentary is coming out right before the trial. And Alex kept it real. He replied, for sure he realizes that. He said that on his stream though. And that's the thing. Those clips are already everywhere. Over 100 YouTube channels grabbed that moment already, using it in their videos. But here's the real kicker. Now that clip isn't just floating around on random channels, it's locked into a full-on documentary that's about to pull in crazy views. People are sharing it like wildfire. There's a real shot that the judge might catch this too. And if that happens, Johnny Somali is done for.
Quite sure he will be arrested. He keeps streaming his crimes, so they're just gonna keep adding more and more charges onto what he already has.
Let's say I'm able to leave Korea with a fine or just a deportation, which is a win in my perspective. Big W. Do you think these people, do you think they're gonna move on? I think they won't.
That's exactly why he was so desperate to get it cut. But nope, it's still in there. And here's something else you gotta know. That whole convo with Hank and Alex, that went down back in June. Ever since that moment, Johnny Somali went completely silent. No streams, no wild posts, just ghost mode. Dude knows that documentary is about to wreck his whole situation. Keep in mind, this ain't fresh footage. This was recorded a minute ago. Back then, Johnny really thought he was gonna just pay a fine, get a little slap on the wrist, and bounce right out the country. We all know that's just not happening. Even Johnny Somali's finally starting to admit to himself that some kind of jail time is coming his way. Now, the next clips I'm about to show you are seriously incriminating for Johnny Somali. I mean, this documentary isn't fully roasting him, but it ain't sugarcoating things either. It's sitting right in the middle, showing both sides.
On the Korean TV, I was excited. I was like, yo, this is like the third country, fourth country in a row. Like, I'm on the news. Like, this is dope. But then it turned to be sour very quickly.
They're gonna put this shit on the Korean news now, and they're gonna say he's being racist to Korea. You know what the YouTubers are gonna do now? Come on, guys, you guys get me in trouble.
But I'm going to focus on the parts that could really get him in trouble once prosecutors or even the judge lays eyes on it. Check this out.
The problem is with my audience, and shout out to Pirate Gang, shout out my fans, they want me to keep topping myself. I'm like, yo, can I do that? Can I even, like, what else can I even do to get more crazy at this point? This entertainment that we're doing, I don't want the general public to see this stuff. It's really just for the IRL streaming world, this entertainment that we do.
But the general public sees you when you're out there doing it.
Yeah.
Another 7 years in prison. Shout out Kim Jong-un.
Now he's out here praising North Korea. Like, why even go there? And he's not even acting confused or pretending he didn't know what that song meant. He's flat out saying stuff like, another 7 years in prison. That's what's wild about all this. He really thinks it's all some big show, like they're stacking up 7 charges just for fun. And then last minute they'll say, it's cool, Johnny, just pay $1,000 fine and go home. Let me be real with you. That's not how it's going down. It's just not. Johnny's out here living in some wild fantasy, thinking he'll walk away with a fine. Maybe I'll be proven wrong in a few months, but I seriously doubt it. Once again, Johnny Somali's out here spinning some fake story. He keeps saying he's being targeted for stuff he said, but let's be real. He hasn't been arrested over just talking. It's for the stuff he actually did. Now, I don't know if he really believes that nonsense or if he's just trying to fool a couple clueless followers. But no normal person is falling for that.
My crime is that I went the most viral. I got the most views. I became the most infamous. But to charge me with all these like minor crimes and like lock me in this country for months for doing that, I feel like is still not right. I feel like it's both. I don't think I'm right, and I don't think the government right here is right.
Ain't no way anyone with common sense thinks Johnny's getting punished over free speech. That's just plain ridiculous. But honestly, I've seen what gets posted in his discords, so maybe there are folks out there buying into it. Now Johnny's switching it up again, saying he's not completely wrong, but the government ain't completely right either. Like, he can't just own it. He always got to push some of the blame off on somebody else. And the next clip I'm about to show you, that one's gonna hit him hard in court. It shows he's got zero remorse, no apology in sight, and don't forget, South Korea's got up to a 99% conviction rate, depending on the year. So we already know he's getting found guilty. The only real question is how much time he's looking at.
Let's go. Let's get out of here. They're gonna clip that. You don't know the significance of that statue.
I understand why the Koreans are mad about it. I do not understand why anybody outside of Korea or anybody without Korean like descent would be angry about it. Like, I don't know. Like, to me, it's still a piece of metal. Like, I hate to say that. And I at that point, I was like,
And if he looks even a little sorry, it's wild how Johnny Somali just doesn't get it. To him, it's just a piece of metal, nothing serious. But in South Korea, and for plenty of other folks who care about that stuff, it means a whole lot more. That's the real problem here. Dude's got zero empathy. He's even said before that he's like a sociopath, only looking out for himself. And you can see it plain as day. He treats his own people like trash, doesn't pay them, talks wild about them online, like when he went live clowning Hank's business on the internet. If I had a so-called friend pulling that, they'd be gone immediately. Now here's where it gets even messier. Johnny's out here asking for reassurance, like, there's no way they could convict me for this, right? But the lawyer's looking at him like, man, I haven't even talked to the prosecutor yet.
Because we don't know the 4 charges I have in the Western.
Child harassment thing.
Child harassment from the TTS, someone sent.
Child harassment from TTS. Okay. Obstruction of business and deepfake.
Okay, so tell him, the child harassment, he thinks that's bullshit, right?
그 아동복지법 위반은 전혀 그거는 안 되는 거죠. 한마디로.
근데 지금 그래 아직 만나도 검사도 아직 안 만났는데 뭐 내가 자신 있게 이야기해 줄 수 없지.
He hasn't met the prosecutor yet.
How's the lawyer supposed to tell him everything's going to be fine when they haven't even started the real talks yet? That right there shows Johnny's just trying to hold on to some fake sense of security. But this lawyer's not feeding into that. Not this time. Maybe on another case.
I don't think they take anything serious that we do on stream.
So for things against us, he's gonna go talk to the prosecutor to get the child sexual violation dropped
From the TTS, okay.
from the TTS,
Okay.
text to speech.
If somebody sends something in Korean that I don't understand, it's not my fault.
All right, now let's get into the whole lots of world situation. So Johnny Somali's lawyer really believes he can get that charge dropped, like it's not gonna stick. That's actually why Johnny went ahead and pled not guilty on this specific charge. But here's where it gets real interesting. In this documentary, there's footage I've never seen before. Stuff that looks like Johnny Somali getting detained or even arrested right there at Lotta World. Maybe you've already seen it, but for me, that's brand new footage and it definitely caught my eye. Now Johnny's out here saying, all I did was play TTS donations. I can't get arrested for that. But come on now. He knows exactly what's up. You control the volume on your speaker. You can shut those donations off if somebody's sending wild stuff, especially if there's kids around. But obviously he's not doing that.
It's like a fucking Disney World or Disneyland of Korea, so we're gonna head there.
But they have like Samsung, Lotte, and all this different companies. So I guess this is their version of Disney. But we made it! Latte World! Feels so good to be out of prison and I can enjoy stuff again.
Going to children's theme parks, playing obscene sounds, that he wanted to have relations with children in Korean.
Because if he turns off anything that might get him in trouble, nobody's gonna keep sending him money, and he knows it. That's why he just leaves it running no matter what. Doesn't care if it crosses the line or breaks the law. Now let's break down that fish incident. Most of this footage got wiped off the internet, so I hadn't seen it before. Definitely makes it more interesting. So in this part, Johnny's really out here doing mental gymnastics, trying to convince folks that carrying around some nasty, stinky fish for clout, shoving it in people's faces, trying to scare them, somehow counts as free speech. Like, bro, come on. But that's where we'll wrap it up for this one. Honestly, all these clips together paint a pretty clear picture, and it ain't looking good for Johnny Somali. Like I said before, the documentary does show both sides. It tries to shine some kind of positive light on Johnny here and there. But let's be real. Anyone with even a little bit of a moral compass knows exactly what time it is. That's it for today's video. If you stuck around this long, sound off in the comments. Do you think Johnny's got any chance of walking free? Make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you want more deep dives like this.